These 6 small mindset shifts will change your life forever. Welcome back, Stoics. Today we look at 6 of the smallest changes you can do today that will dramatically and permanently change your life for the better. While we cannot change the world or events outside of us, we can change how we interpret the outside world and what we do internally with information, how we use it, what we do with our words, actions, and behaviors. And therein lies the most powerful elements we can change our lives within. Number 1. Your world is colored by the interpretations you have of external information coming in. In the Stoics' powerful wall of waves principles we discussed in prior videos, we learned that all external information must be processed by our senses, which in turn translate it, accept it, determine its purpose and meaning, and how to respond to it. Understanding and really internalizing this principle now means you can understand that how you interpret something is your choice. You can choose to interpret something as positive, neutral, negative, not helpful, and so on. Many times, how we frame an external event will lead us down a very specific path related to it and how we interact with it. For example, if we determine an event is not helpful to us, then the path related to it from here on out will not include using it to succeed, leveraging it for success, not looking for ways to incorporate it into other things you're doing, etc. Thus, your interpretations of events creates a specific thought corridor for your mind and body to proceed relating to it. If you change the meaning and context of it, then all your thoughts and behaviors relative to it shift along with it to the new interpretation. Pretty powerful stuff you can begin using today. Look for events outside of yourself you can apply a completely different interpretation towards and see how your mental patterns shift, your behavior towards it shifts, how you see it in vastly different lights now. Number 2, anxiety isn't escaped or overcome, it's changed. In our world today, there are many explanations and teachings about anxiety, what it is and how it works. Unfortunately, most of them are wrong. Hence why almost all of the techniques and processes out there don't work in eliminating it. Even the techniques they give to reduce it are drastically ineffective and may only reduce it by 1 to 5% if successful. It is much more powerful and effective to change it into something else. When we focus on a quality or element that is more beneficial to us, more empowering, more positive that uplifts us, we can begin to change anxiety into this new element now. We can begin to change interpretations we have of it into one of empowering us, bring us clarity now instead of dread and uncertainty. One of the most dangerous mindsets that is taught in our day and age is that anxiety is something huge that we must deal with, that we must struggle to overcome somehow, some way, and they have a solution for you. If you just accept it and pay them long-term for therapy. Since many times anxiety is perception and ideas created internally that cripple us, give us stress, color our world inside in negative, terrifying, scary ways, we can begin changing those interpretations. Change those meanings to something more useful. What is even more insidious than this common teaching about anxiety is that once we accept it is large, ominous, and we must struggle to overcome it like they propose, we buy into it being difficult, buy into the fact we cannot deal with and change it ourselves, and ultimately we become reliant on experts to deal with it outside of us now. We take all control for a process inside of us and give control over it and how it affects us to someone else, hoping they will fix it for you. Stoic principles teach us on many levels that we have complete control over these internal processes, how we interpret things happening to and around us, and we choose to what extent something affects us. Number 3, are you experiencing a live time or dead time? When you look at the things you're involved in over the next year, think about the time and activities involved in it. When you look at those things, ask yourself, will those things you're doing for the next year be alive, time, or dead time? Meaning, how much time is wasted in that time span doing nothing? Doing things that don't result in success, don't result in change and growth for you, but instead are being wasted in a whole host of other non-useful things. Being distracted, engaged in useless fluff and so on. That is dead time. Time we have lost, and you will too unless you pay attention to the processes you use and review which parts of it are the worst offenders. Which parts of a process waste time, eat up time in being distracted by others, by social media and so on. Once you identify these things, you can begin to replace them with actions and decisions that provide results, provide you with small wins each and every day now. Number 4, everything has a payment attached to it. A tax for using and enjoying it. Many times we take on actions or activities and forget that there is always a payment to be made for doing so. A trade-off for doing such activity. Whether that payment be the loss of time for something else, the loss of options to do something different, make more money, and so on. But each and every action we take leads to behaviors and habits we build in life. Those habits also begin defining what payments we make in exchange for those habits as well. For example, if we love being outdoors all the time and kayaking, then the trade-off may be substantial loss of time to start a new business, make more money, work more hours, or delve into business networking to expand your business connections. Neither habitual decision is good or bad in and of themselves, but they do have a noticeable, identifiable payment plan you will be required to pay in life. And pay it you will, whether you like it or not. Be mindful and careful what habits and behaviors you build, and what you will end up losing or choosing to pay back as a tax for your habits in life. Number 5. Taking action is always more valuable than hiding behind diversions. In a world where we are inexorably tied to our computers, software, social media and such for many areas of our life, it can be quite easy and convenient to forget that action in life is king. Action determines many times the difference between winning and losing in life. Take anything you want to accomplish and succeed at. Usually, it's the action taken that get the ball rolling, get you moving, start to get you results, and as you adjust and navigate your path to success, get you the results you want each and every step of the way. Taking action can be scary, trust me, I know. But it's the only way to get started, it's the only way to grow and develop, and it's the only way to get what you want, whatever in life that may be. Even more dangerous than not taking action is to realize the multiple layers of society reinforcing the lack of action is a good thing to help support it with diversions across every aspect of life. New movies, new games, new political ideas, and so on. This has become dangerously prevalent ever since COVID. That action is not that important. Stay dormant. Don't do things you once did before. It's dangerous. It's bad. There are too many risks involved now. Number 6. Every situation has 2 handles to it. You decide which one to pick up and use. Epictetus talks about every situation, every event has 2 handles to it. One will bear weight and be fruitful, and the other will sting and be painful to you from here on out. He explains that we always have the choice to which handle of a situation we can pick up and carry with us, whether that is the positive one that benefits us, helps us, creates excitement and happiness, or the opposite handle, one that creates fear, tension, anxiety, stress, and all the problems that ensue from it. When implementing this principle in your daily life, remember that others can try to impose which handle you pick up a situation with as well. You need to be wary of this as well, as many times that forced arbitrary choice is not in your best interest, but in theirs. When this happens, step back and look at it logically. Are you being unduly influenced to treat and react to the situation in a specific way because of someone else? Many times after seeing this firsthand, we can begin to intentionally choose the handle of a situation we want to pick up and come to expect what happens from it. We can be reasonably certain to be right more often than not now from this simple, easy mindset shift each and every day now.